make sure we're recording. Here we go. We're recording. We're live. We've got Canada, South Africa in the house. We've got people from London, UK, including myself. Zimbabwe, welcome. Welcome from Zimbabwe, New Zealand, Canada, Holland, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, France. Wow. We've got people from France. We've got people from Munich. And guess what? Right now, we've got a French webinar starting, and half an hour ago we had a German webinar started, which should still be going on at the same time. So if anyone needs any help with German presentation, French presentation, or any other language, just make sure you reach out, you let us know. We've got 246 people, 250 people pretty much on this call. Nigeria, Manchester, UK, welcome Vicky. We've got people from all around the world. Pakistan, Sam, welcome from Pakistan. We haven't seen much of Pakistan, so glad to have you here. West Midlands, UK, London, UK, England, Slovenia, welcome Eva from Slovenia. Nontombi, we see you from South Africa. Jude, welcome from Italy. Pretoria, South Africa, Nigeria. Wow, we've got people from Serbia is in the house. Welcome, welcome. We've got people from pretty much all around the world, internationally, Spain, Namibia, Kenya, New Zealand, Taiwan, welcome. Haven't seen much of Taiwan before. Philippines, wow, they are literally people. Delhi, India, Essex around the corner from me, Jabbar. Vikram Datta from India, welcome. Romford, oh, very close to me, Jabbar. Botswana, super, super. Welcome, welcome everyone. My name is Avinash Nagama. Born and raised in Mauritius. I moved to London at the age of 18. I came here to pursue my education. And as we're taught to do, after my education, I went on to get a job. And eventually, I was able to move away from the 9-to-5 lifestyle. And I'm very happy I was able to do so because it allowed me to become an entrepreneur in the traditional business, starting with very, very small traditional businesses. But the part that I want to share with you today, because when you look at a presentation, there's two things to look at. One is the information, but second, is the person giving you the information qualified to give you that information? So it's good that you know a little bit more about myself. In 2012, my friend introduced me to Bitcoins. He came to see me telling me, let's buy Bitcoins. The more he was convincing me, the more I was convincing him not to buy. I'm very glad that he was persistent because eventually I actually got annoyed and I said, just to prove you wrong, I'm going to buy some Bitcoins so that I can tell you I told you so when we lose our money. At $9.96, at $9.96, less than $10, I bought 2 Bitcoins. 2, not 200, 2. 13 months later, he called me to let me know that Bitcoin had risen from less than $10 to $1,100. At that point, I realized what I missed out on. Any entrepreneur will understand that. Missing out on 110x my money in 13 months. Any businessman would be happy if they could make 110x in 5 years, maybe even in 10 years. I missed out on an opportunity like that in literally a year. What I did, I indulged myself into learning about this industry, not just crypto, but blockchain, done courses, forums, got certificates. But what I also did is I bought some more Bitcoins and I leveraged a skill that I already had, leveraged the skill of trading because I used to teach Forex trading around 17 years ago. I leveraged that skill to build my own portfolio of crypto. And I must say, I'm very happy with the portfolio that we built. And up until all those time, I had never, ever done anything which even resembles network marketing. And trust me when I say, what we're about to talk to you about today is not network marketing, but it resembles network marketing because for me, it became to a point where anything that has an opportunity to introduce or refer someone else, I was against it because I didn't understand what network marketing is until 2016. In 2016, I met some very influential and successful people that I was able to understand that I had already been doing network marketing all my life, just like you. We all have, except that we've been doing it for free. Have you ever been to a restaurant and loved the food and told someone about it? Watched a movie and loved the film and told someone about it? Have you ever purchased a pair of shoes, handbag, bag, and told someone about it? Well, that is the start of network marketing, because network marketing starts as word of mouth advertising, be it that some people choose to do it on a professional level. But we've all been doing network marketing for free all our life. And the funny thing is, we've recommended people to products and services that actually had a way of us benefiting. We just never knew. There's always this battle going on, right, between Apple users and Samsung Android users. We know that. Look, I use Apple. I'm an Apple person, but did you know if I referred you to Apple and you went and bought an Apple product, I could get a referral fee for that? The same applies to Nike. The same applies to companies like Tesla and many, many other companies. In fact, 80% of companies nowadays, if you go online, there is some sort of affiliate opportunity that they offer. You could take any of these large companies and put it on your website, and any sale that's generated, they will pay you a referral fee. That is network marketing. And when I understood that in 2016, I started in the industry of network marketing. Very quickly, we became Diamond, became Blue Diamond. And as Akib was kind to say, we done nearly 240 million in turnover. And that was me. That's not my credit to take, because that was because of the people that I had around me, the team that I had around me, people like Akib, that together collectively, we done those incredible figures. So the credit goes to them. And then certain things happened that we started moving away from the company, and we'll share what happened in a minute. And for the last 2 years, over 2 years, we haven't seen a company that was worth, for me personally, to put my name and reputation to. And I kept saying, no, 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 no. And it came to a point I thought, you know what? I'm never going to find a company again in the financial service industry for me to ever attach my name to. In fact, as a very, very factual information, when this project that I'm about to share with you came to me, my answer was ready. It was no. I was looking at it out of courtesy, because the person who brought it to me, because I knew the people who, well, one of the person who was part of the creation of this, one of the co-creators, someone I know. Here's the reason why I had said no. With everything we've done over the past, most of these companies will come to us at a very early stage. We get the opportunity to evaluate these companies before they even launch. And here's what I found in the last 2 years, and many of you can relate to this. Companies come to you and they say they're trading, they promise you like a fixed percentage of 1% or 1 to 2% or whatever it may be. Now, I'm not against any company. I'm not here to talk bad about any company. It's just that business model don't work. Here's why. When these companies came to see us, the first thing we saw is they are a newly registered company. Most of these companies launching network marketing with trading hasn't been registered for more than 6 months. That already for us was like, okay, that is something we need to be careful of. Because they always talk a big game. How many years experience they have, what percentage they've been generating. There's no track history of the company. So when we ask them, okay, can you show us your trading, at least for the last month, the last 3 months, show us the proof you traded and the results. They either show you a spreadsheet, which anyone can type, or they go, no, we can't show you that because you're going to learn about our strategy. Well, absolute rubbish talk. If you ask me, coming from a trading background, I can tell you there's no way, if I showed you 3 months of trading, you could ever know what strategy I'm using or replicate that. It's not possible. Even more so when you ask them if you can be taken to see where the trading floor is. Sometimes they take you to some places you can see it was just for show, to bring people and show them, and that's it. Or the worst yet is when they tell you, no, that's in a top secret location for your security, for your protection. That's what they'll tell you. And you know what? We've seen hundreds of companies like that over the past 2 years or more. And I'm glad we chose to never attach our name to any of these, never became part of any of those, because any of those that existed over 2 years ago, today they don't exist. These have a shelf life. Anything from 6 months to 18 months is the average shelf life of these companies because they don't trade. So when I was introduced to this project called Daisy, I looked at it out of courtesy, with my answer in my mind ready to say no. Yet here I am about to talk to you about this project. Here are the reasons why. It solves a problem. It solves a problem for me. It solves a problem for you. It solves a problem for the whole industry. Here's how. Let's take network marketing before we get to the financial services. In network marketing, here's the common things that happen. The first one being the main reason we started moving away from the company where we done nearly 240 million in turnover for. You join a company, why? Because you love the project, but you also love what they promise they're going to pay you as a referral plan. So we joined that company that Akib mentioned. We've done over 30 to 40,000 people already into the system. We've done over $140 million in turnover at that point. Overnight, bang. The CEO decides they're going to change the compensation plan. They reduced it. Well, I believe that's wrong because we all joined the company based on the promise that they showed us they're going to pay. How can they just overnight change and reduce how much they pay? Everyone's income went from here to here. Eventually, we started moving away from the company. And we see that happen very often. Some of you may have experienced this or heard of this. In network marketing, you also see when you join a company, someone join after you, they place them above you somehow, or they take a part of someone's organization, they move it away to somewhere else. Totally unethical. So when I found out this project from day one will launch on the blockchain as a smart contract, that means the compensation plan, the structure is on the blockchain. No one can change it. No CEO or company is in control. It's totally decentralized. I must say I was impressed. I was very impressed, but my answer was still no. My answer was still no because I expected the second part of the question that I will ask. I expected the answer to be the same every other company gave over the last 2 years. And here was the question. I wanted to see the trading. I wanted to see when they registered. When I found out which company, how long they've been going, with the transparency that they were able to show and the result that they were doing, I had no option but to say yes. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you so we can get this party started. So let's go from here. There you go. We're about to talk to you about a project called Daisy. Please take the time to read through this disclaimer and take a screenshot for you to read through even later. We've got nearly 300 people on this call, which is incredible. But here's what this disclaimer is telling you. First thing, previous performance do not guarantee future performance. Very important you understand that. Second, this project is not available in the USA, which means IP addresses in the USA will be blocked. And third, it's telling you that be it that this project is exactly the same for everyone, the outcome, the results will not be the same for everyone because everyone's result outcome is based on their own effort that they put in, which is why some people will have better results than others. And it's just important that people understand that that is the way it is. The more effort you put in, the more work you put in, the more likely you are to be able to benefit more. What is DAISY? DAISY stands for Decentralized Artificial Intelligence System, but what is DAISY? DAISY is an equity crowdfunding model for financial technologies, a decentralized smart contract, not a company, but using a model where everyone can win with profits, equity, as well as build an income. It's currently crowdfunding Endotech for the Daisy AI project. We will share what the Daisy AI project with you. We'll even share a bit about Endotech, but please make a note of that name, Endotech, because that is going to be a core part of your research. Because remember this, we are not here to solicit or sell anything. You've been invited here, and I've been given this humble opportunity to share the information with you. so that you can take the information, go and do your own research and make an informed decision for yourself, because you and only you is responsible and liable for the decision you make. So Endotech is going to be a key part of your own research. Now, we are crowdfunding Endotech for this project, where contributors will receive exclusive stock, equity, and profit rewards. Before we go into Endotech, let's talk about the Daisy AI project. What is the Daisy AI project? It's a decentralized artificial intelligence system being developed by Endotech. It's the next generation of AI trading that will significantly multiply the current AI performance. And wait till you hear what the current performances are, which are already mind-blowing. And we're currently crowdfunding a project that will significantly increase the performance. That is wow in itself. Daisy AI is the first project capitalized by Daisy Crowdfund, where Daisy AI is also Endotech's path to becoming a publicly listed company. Let's go and talk about Endotech. Endotech is the first technology partner for Daisy Crowdfund. It's an 8 years old, going into 9 years, an 8 years old global fintech company specializing in AI trading system, currently providing AI trading system for top financial institutions with a proven high track record of high performance results. If I tell you those right now, with proven results, you can go and verify the legitimacy of the company, how long they've been going, registration document, their trading, their results for the past years. They've currently been generating between 400 to 800% profit per year. We've proven results, and we are part of a project that will significantly improve those results even further. Do you imagine what we can be expecting here? This company was founded by Dr. Anna Becker, a top AI scientist who has a PhD in artificial intelligence, who at the age of 20 found an approximation algorithm by a factor of 2 that is still used in today's date in some technologies. Her and her AI team of scientists have over 20 proprietary AI systems, which are currently in operation, serving as backbone of trading at more than 150 investment firms. And over the last decade alone, she has had over $1 billion under management. That is an incredible track record, but even more so, I was able to find not one, but 2 articles written on Dr. Anna Becker by the Financial Commission. And here's one of them and what it's saying. It's saying to you that Dr. Anna Becker has worked in supporting over 300 brokers. She has served as a compliance officer with regulators like NFA, like CFTC. And in 2017, the Hong Kong and the New York Financial Commission called up on Dr. Anna Becker so she could help them with dispute resolution within the financial services industry. And I want to just slow down for a second here, because I think by now you've understood why I came back into this industry after over 2 years, why this company is creating an incredible momentum internationally right now. When you look at the track history of Dr. Anna Becker, of Endotech, going for 8 years with proven track history, and the quality of the result, that is going to be the backbone of the trading, and everything else is on the blockchain. That means we are not controlled by no person, no company. It's decentralized. Combined together, it's the project of the century. I've never seen anything like that before, which is why the beta launch was last week. The full launch is coming this week, towards the end of this week or weekend. With technology, it's always like that. We can't give you a set date, but it's launching within the next week or so. Check this out, right? In the beta launch last week, in 4 days, not only did we crash the website because there were so many people wanting to join, but in the beta launch in 4 days, we done $50 million in turnover. This project done $50 million in turnover in their beta launch in the first 4 days. And you get to be part of its official launch in the next few days to come. That is an incredible opportunity at the right time. That is what you call being at the right place at the right time. Now, let's take a look at some of the actual results. Please note that past performance is not indicative of future performance and is for informational use only. This is their top alpha strategy called the alpha long and short position. From January 2018 to December last year, this trading AI system generated over 2,239%, including compounding. That is an average annual profit of 814%. But here's the transparency again, by the way. And you know this, if you've seen companies before, they've never told you about this, never showed you. They tell you they had losing days, losing weeks. Hey, they even had losing months. That is how trading is. I tell you, in my trading career, I've had many losing months. Anyone who tells you every day, every trade is a winning trade, well, first of all, it's a lie. Second of all, they could start with $10, never needing anyone else's money. They will be a multi-billionaire. If every trade is a winning trade and you keep just, let's say, doubling your money, for example, there's no need for anything else. That is why these companies have a shelf life. And here, I love the transparency. How many companies you've ever seen that even told you, hey, we had losing days and losing weeks and losing months? They know some people will put off for that. Some of you may choose not to join this project because of this. Hey, that's your choice. We're going to be transparent. We're not going to change our transparency because it's going to scare two people away. To have access to this AI trading system, you could have gone to Endotech. You can still go to Endotech today. It will cost you $125,000 for this directly at Endotech, not with Daisy Project, totally different. And you'll need to deposit a minimum of $1 million. And they will trade for you and take 20% of the profit, which is a standard performance fee. Nothing wrong with that. But how many people? There's 297 people on this call right now. We know some people may be able to afford that, but most people, that is not quite achievable yet in their life. And that's where Daisy comes into place. But before we go into Daisy in details, let's show you one of their other strategies. Again, past performance is not indicative of future performance and is for informational use only. This top leverage strategy between 1st of September 2020 to 9th of November 2020, that's in 10 weeks, generated over 297% profit. The funny thing is that was 2 months and a few weeks, with the closing being 2 months. 1 month was a winning month, one month was a losing month. Again, how many people tell you that, hey, this strategy been trading for 2 months, we had one losing month? You see, because most people are looking for easy money. Most people want a guarantee. What is the return we're going to get? There is no guaranteed here. Absolutely not. It's based on real trading. But when you look at the track history, you just have to make a decision. When you look at the company, the stature, the background, you get to make a decision to be part of a company, to crowdfund them, to expand into the next more advanced version of AI trading system. And whilst doing so, there's a way that we get benefit from the trading that they do for their development. So let's take a small quick look, first of all, of how the app looks. For those of you, there's many of you I see on here that has already been part of the beta launch last week. You get to see your crowdfund tier, you get to see your commissions, you get to see the trading. Everything is transparent, okay? Now, let's talk about the roadmap. The end game really is, there's a lot of things happening, but this development of Daisy AI will allow Endotech an opportunity to be listed for an IPO and become a publicly listed company. And on top of everything else we're about to show you, we get to receive stock equity of Endotech. That's brilliant. To receive stock equity of a company like Endotech is brilliant. But I know the question is, well, what's in it for me now? What are the benefits to me as a contributor right now? So let's go and take a look at those. What are the rewards for contributors? Well, before you know about the rewards, you need to know what are the contributions. Well, first of all, there's up to 10 crowdfunding tiers that you can choose from, starting from just $100. every contributor gets their equal share of 5% Endotech stock, where 50 to 70% of each contribution is used in trading for development, and 70% of the trading profits are rewarded back to you, the contributor. I'm going to say this again. 50 to 70% of each contribution is used in trading for development, and 70% of the trading profits are rewarded back to you, the contributor. 15% of the trading profit are rewarded to the residual referral plan. Contributors can withdraw trading rewards at any time. All members are able to participate in the Daisy referral plan that pays out up to 46% of each contribution. That's, in very summarized version, the rewards for contributors. Let's go and take a look at how it all works. Every contribution has to be done through a Tron wallet, for a very specific Tron wallet, which we will share with you shortly. When a contribution is made, a Daisy contribution, it goes into two separate directions. 50 to 70% goes into live trading into the Daisy fund, and up to 46% goes into the referral plan called the Daisy crowd. Now, the Daisy fund is used by Endotech for trading, where 85% of the profit are rewarded back to the contributors into their Tron wallets. But instantly, here's the beauty. We talked about decentralized. We talk about this being no control. When someone does a contribution up to 46%, the part that goes into Daisy crowd, instantly, when that person presses the button, within milliseconds, whoever qualifies in the Daisy crowd based on the referral plan to receive a part of that contribution receives that into their wallet directly, instantly. You don't have to wait for every Monday or every Friday. You don't have to even request a withdrawal. It goes straight into your wallet address. That's the beauty of what we have here. Decentralized, instant to your wallet. So if you were to introduce someone to the business, or someone that was introduced that was benefiting you, instantly you get paid the part that comes from the Daisy crowd. Now, why the Tron blockchain? Very common question a lot of people have. Well, for smart contracts, it's primarily Ethereum and Tron blockchain that was designed for smart contracts. Well, like the Ethereum blockchain, the Tron blockchain allows all promises to be executed instantly with 100% transparency. But we believe the Tron tokens are expected to rise in value. They're currently listed 17th, 17, in coin market capitalization at the moment. But the Tron blockchain, because it's more scalable, it allows for faster transaction and cheaper transaction fees. That's why the Tron blockchain, okay? Now, I know for a fact, and I know this because I used to be in your seat. I know some people are sitting there, although now the seat I sit in, I don't understand why, but I used to be like that. So I understand. People looking at it saying, well, what if I don't want to refer anyone? How much can I make? What is the passive opportunity for me if I do not refer anyone? Well, I do not understand now, 5 years later, I do not understand why someone will find something that is good enough for them and not want to share it. But I used to be one of those. So I like the fact that we have to explain this. This is your benefit. You get to own equity, potential return from selling Endotech stock or receiving dividends in the future. Trading rewards, potential rewards from successful trading performance of Endotech's AI system. Remember, 70% of the profits are shared back with you. The third one is very powerful. And we're going to explain this in multiple slides, slow, step by step, because some people are new to this. Potential matrix or matrix spillover, as some people will call it, generating a maximum of 48% return on crowdfunding contribution from spillover. That means without referring anyone, from the referral plan, you can get up to 48%. Well, that statement was correct up to a week or so ago. That has changed. Now the 48% do not apply. It does, but in the first 48 hours, it don't apply, but we'll explain that later on today. In the matrix, which has 10 different generation, you have to qualify to earn. But this system allows you to benefit of generation 1 and 2 from spillover without having to refer anyone, where you can get up to 48%. You can get 4% of the 3 people that could be on your generation 1. You can get 4% of the 9 people that could be on your generation 2. But first of all, let's go and look at the different contribution tiers. The tiers range from tier 1, $100, which everyone has to start with that. Once you've contributed $100, you have the choice if you want to go up in tiers. So if I did, then I have to go to tier 2, which is an additional $200. Means I've contributed a total of $300. Next tier is $400, which total of $700, and so on. And the highest total contribution is $102,300. People often ask, what are the benefits of the higher tiers? Well, first of all, the higher the tier, the more you have in trading. In fact, from level 8, tier 8 onwards, that's where 70% goes into trading. The higher the tier, the more stock equity you will receive. But one more important thing, whichever tier you've contributed up to, you can only benefit on those tiers. So if I contributed up to entry tier 5, 3,100 total, if I was to benefit of someone and they contributed to tier 10, 102,000, well, I would get paid a percentage of the 3,100 they contributed, not the rest. That will go to someone else who's contributed on those tier level. That's got nothing to do with the matrix that we'll explain. That's just, hey, whatever level tier you've contributed up to, you can only benefit on those tiers only, not the higher tiers. Okay. Now, let's talk about the referral plan that has 9 ways for everyone to benefit. 9 ways. Well, one of them is the stock equity that we spoke about. But the other 8, 5 of them is an upfront income that can pay out up to 46%. And then we have 3 residual aspects that you can also benefit from. So first of all, when you introduce someone, anyone you personally refer into this business, you get 5% of their contribution. Now, I want to explain what personally refer means. For some people, you're already part of this industry. That's okay. If you're new here, here's what 5% what would get you 5%. You invite someone to come and watch a presentation like you are today. They take the information, they make their research, and they make an informed decision. And should they decide they want to partake into this project, and let's say hypothetically they contribute tier 5, 3,100. Well, you get 5% of 3,100. You make $155. Brilliant. What did you do? Just invite them to come and watch the presentation. There's no limit on that. You could be on the $100 contribution yourself. You introduce someone who contributes $100,000, you make $5,000. Simple as. 5%, no qualification required. Now, we've talked about matrix, we've talked about spillover that could get you up to 48%. Let's explain what spillover is. Here, you're the one in yellow here, on the left and on the right. Without spillover means you introduce 1, 2, and 3 person, and so on. That's all from you, your own work, you and your team. Case 2 shows you in your first front line is 1, 2, 3. That's all. You can't have more than 3 on generation 1 of your matrix. But it shows that the person above you in blue has actually put someone that fell into your matrix. You still get paid the same amount on the matrix. Doesn't matter if it's from you or from above, from spillover. But that's what we call spillover, when someone drops into your matrix from someone above you. That is what we call spillover. So let's look at the matrix bonus. This is the part that we've shared with you. There's no qualification requirements for you to benefit of generation 1 and 2. Now, generation 1 and 2 will give you up to 48% of your own contribution. That's the maximum. But that's on top of the stock equity. That's on top of the trading rewards that you can receive. I love this because that tells me someone who do not refer anyone can benefit up to 48% of their own contribution on a referral plan. I mean, it's called a referral plan, but you can benefit without referring people. That's incredible. But for those of you who've understood that that means if you do refer people, there's some incredible potential on this project, here's how you can unlock generation 3 to 10 of your matrix. To unlock generation 3, you need to personally refer a minimum of 3 people or more, whose total contribution is just $1,000 or more. That will allow you to earn on tier 1 to 7, for example, 3% of the next 27 people that could fall on your generation 3. To unlock generation 4, you'll need to introduce a minimum of 6 people or more who have contributed a total of $2,000 or more combined, and that unlocks your generation 4, where you can now earn off a potential 81 people on your generation 4. And so on and so forth, you can unlock more and more generation and start earning more and more on the matrix. We also have on the matrix a 10% matching bonus. So that means everyone you personally introduce, whatever they earn on the matrix, up to the same tier and the same generation you have qualified, you get 10%. So if you were qualified full levels, let's say you introduce me and I earn $5,000 on the matrix, you get 10% because you introduced me. You make $500. Now, there is something incredible happening. There's a grace period of 48 hours. When the first 48 hours after signing up, when we launch, everyone, even if you were part of the beta launch, you have 48 hours grace period too. But anyone at the time they join, they will always have 48 hours grace period where there's no matrix qualification required, and they can earn matrix bonus on up to 10 generations. That means any spillover that comes, whether of generation 3, 4, 5, 6 onwards, instead of missing out on those, which was capping you at 48%, you can still earn on that, which means some people, because you're joining at the right time, and because you may receive spillover, remember something about spillover, you don't know when and where it's going to come, some people will receive more, some people will receive less spillover, depending on where you are in the matrix. But the key thing is, you can now potentially, no capping at 48%, make even more than 100% of your own contribution in the first 48 hours. That is incredible. Now, something I want to share with you about when I started in this industry, I made some mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. But the biggest mistake I made was when I was having success. You see, in the first 4 months, because of my own mistakes, I had 0 success. The only people in my team was me, myself, and I. No one else. There was 0 people in my team. And then I was blessed, though. I was blessed to have people that was willing to coach me, to guide me. And that's why my responsibility is, over the past few years, we've been able to do that with a lot of people, and we're looking to help more people. As a coach, my responsibility is to take people where they are now to where they want to get to, right? And this advice I'm about to share, this mistake that I made, is many of you will make this mistake in Daisy, in different projects, in life, and I want to share this with you. So in the first 4 months, I had 0 success. Then I got coach, and I went from 0 in 4 months. The next 4 months, I went from 0 to hitting the prestigious rank of diamond for the first time. 4 months. And that's when I did the biggest mistake of all. That's when I started living my lifestyle based on the income I was making. Most of you will say, well, what's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that. Except I was basing my future and my lifestyle on an income that was based on team building. Here's the fact. You're all going to build a team in Daisy, maybe in another project, in life. This is how referral income goes, team building income. Today, you have 30 people join your team, or this week, or this month. Next month, 200. The month after, 5. How can you have a lifestyle if this month you're making an income based on 200 people, next month on 5 people? That's when I learned. That's when I learned any business I do, I base my future, my plan, my life, my lifestyle on a residual income. So I decided on that time, any business I will ever do in life, not just traditional business, not just in network, any business, traditional, crypto, network marketing, anything, I always assess an opportunity based on the passive income, on the residual income opportunity it offers. And when I saw what you're seeing on the screen right now, I was blown away. That is what sealed the deal for me to be here in front of you today. because Aki was kind enough to mention the kind of turnover we did in our previous company a few years ago. If I applied just 1% of that, it would have given me a residual income per month that exceeds any income I've ever made in my life per month. And that would be passive. That is incredible. And here's what it gives you. Everyone you personally introduced to this business, on top of everything we've shared with you, you make 3.5% of the trading profit of each of those people. If you introduce 10 people, you get 3.5% of each of those 10 people's trading profit. Those 10 introduce 10, that become what we call your unilevel level 2. Well, you make 1% of the trading profit of each of those 100 people. And up to the generation you qualified on your matrix, up to that same level, you make 1% of the trading profit of everyone in your personal organization. This is powerful. I mean, this is extremely powerful. But guess what? There is more. It gets better. Oh, pardon me. Now, we have what we call a pace setter bonus. Oh, drop some water on me. A pace setter bonus. Here's what the pace setter is. Whichever generation you unlock in your matrix, in the first 30 days, the system will automatically unlock an extra generation for you. That's beautiful, because that means in your first 30 days, if you went and sponsored just 3 people or more whose total contribution was $1,000 or more, you unlock generation 3 instantly, automatically. Generation 4 is unlocked for you. That is incredible. So you could go up to generation 9, fulfill the requirement of generation 9, and unlock the maximum generation, which is generation 10. So people often ask, well, that's great, but what if I fulfill the full requirement of generation 10? What's in it for me? Well, then you become what we call a pace setter gold. A pace setter gold will give you the following. You get a profit sharing, an equal profit sharing in 1.8% of all global contributions, 1.25% of all global trading profits, as well as 5% equity share of Endotech stock. So here's what happens. Once you fulfill that requirement, you become a pace setter gold. From that point onwards, you get a percentage, a share of every contribution that is being made globally. I don't know if you understand this. Let me say this again. Once you qualify for pace setter gold, every contribution that is made globally from that point onwards, you get a share. And you also get a share of the trading profit of everyone from that point onwards, as well as a share of an additional 5% equity share of Endotech stock. Now that's pace setter gold, has a time limit of 30 days when you start. The day you start, you have 30 days to qualify. Now, what if you missed out on that? Or even if you qualify, what else can you have? We also have what we call a pace setter leadership bonus. So to become pace setter gold, you have 30 days. You have to have a minimum of 24 personally sponsored people whose total contribution is $128,000 or more. And the second pool, which is the leadership bonus, has exactly the same benefit, except a disclaimer here, is a misprint. You do not get 5% equity share of Endotech stock again in the second pool. It's just 1.8% of all global crowdfunding contribution from that point onwards, and 1.25% of all global trading profits, okay? If you, with no time limit, help 3 people who you personally sponsor become a pace setter gold, you become a pace setter leadership qualifier, and you become part of that second pool of bonus. You can also qualify for both, by the way, which means even more bonuses for yourself. Okay, now, this is the summary of what we've just gone for, but let's summarize the different levels, because there's one level we haven't spoken about. We have tier 1 to 7. That's one category where 50% goes into Daisy Fund for trading. We have tiers 8, 9, and 10 where 70% goes into Daisy Fund. We have another category called VIP customers coming soon where 100% goes to your personal account. What does that mean? 100% goes to your personal account. Well, let's see how you qualify for a VIP customer, first of all. The only way to qualify is once you've contributed all 10 tiers, $100, $200, $400, $800, all the way to tier 10. When you've contributed every tier, you now have the option to become a VIP customer, where 100% of your funds goes into trading, a minimum of $20,000, but all the fund stays in your personal wallet. Whether you use Binance, the fund stays in your Binance. Whether you use Gemini, the fund stays in your Gemini wallet. You never send the money to anyone. Endotech will take a 5% setup fee as a promotion. You get to keep 80% of the profits, and 10% goes into a referral rewards plan, paying 1% on 10 generation. How to join Daisy? Download an approved Tron wallet app. Please just use Tron Link. Clever also works, but there's some challenges. So Tron Link app. That's the only. Please do not use your Binance. It won't work. Only Tron Link. Download the app. It's an app. It's very easy to use. That's what you use. Prepare your TRX equivalent to a minimum of $100 or whichever tier you want to contribute to. Get a sign-up link from your referrer. Purchase a minimum of entry level 1 and secure your spot in your matrix. Once you've done that, then we're ready to make history together with Daisy. And this brings us to the end of the presentation. But before you go, there's two very, very, very important things for me to share. First thing first, we have all said or heard the following, where we've said, we wish someone told us about something. We wish someone told us to invest in Amazon in the 1990s. We wish someone told us to buy shares into Facebook in the year 2000. Hey, we wish someone told us about Bitcoin in 2009 when it was 1,000 Bitcoin for $3, today worth over $36 million for $3. Well, the fact is, it's easy to look back when we've seen these succeed and say so. Most of us would have missed out on those opportunities. In fact, as a matter of fact, guaranteed most people in the world, most people on this call never bought Bitcoins or never bought enough Bitcoins the first time they were introduced to Bitcoin. Well, we can never look back at Daisy like we do at Bitcoin and say, I wish I did, because someone invited you here today. But make sure you take the information, you make an informed decision that you never have to look back and say you wish you did, right? Now, we have these presentations every day. Some of you are new and you want to know, what would you need to do? How about if I told you, if you did one little thing that you are absolutely amazing at doing, if you did that, we could do the work for you and build your business, build your income for you. How does that sound? Here's how. Do what you're good at. Invite people. I'll give you a simple script. You phone someone you know. Make a list of 20 people, 30 people, 50 people that you normally invite for birthdays. Do you phone them and invite them? You're great at it. Even when they say they can't turn up to your birthday or someone in your family's birthday, you convince them because you're great at inviting. Do exactly that. Don't try and explain the business. Don't try and explain the business. Leave that to the people who does the presentation. Invite them. And here's how I invite people. Hey, Amir, how are you doing? How's things? How's the family? Okay, the normal chit chat I will have. And then I ask their permission. Hey, Amir, if I found a potential way of making some additional income, would you like to know about it? That's it. I haven't had anyone say no yet. I've just asked them the permission. When they say yes, I say, well, can you clear your schedule tomorrow at 11 a.m. or tomorrow at 7 p.m. UK time and join me on this incredible presentation? That's it. That's your job. Can you do that? You know what? Let us know in the chat. Can you do that? Can you do that? Just that, what I've just shown you, that little call for a minute, for 30 seconds. Let us know if you can do that. First person to say yes was Marley H. Tom, yes, yes, yes. Jano, Fidel, Rachel, Ava, Andrea, Gloria, Camille, Rosemary. Oh, it's going too fast. I can't even keep up. But here's the thing. That is how easy this business can be for you, because you have people here. Never, I don't know what your experience have been in the past. Never let anyone in this industry ever let you believe that if they are your upline, you work for them. The contrary, they work for you. Here as your upline, some of you are not even in my team, and I'm here to work for you. As your upline, I am here to work for you. I will do these calls non-stop if I need to. Some of you know in the pre-launch of the beta testing, I was losing my voice. And the same is about to happen this week. I can guarantee you, but I will still be here. If my voice can come out and you can hear me, I will be here to do the presentation for you. In English, in French, in Hindi, whatever language I can do. And we have a great team of people who's also taken the ownership, taken the responsibility and the leadership, and they've started presenting. That's what we call duplication. We've got other people doing English presentation. We've got people doing French, Spanish, Italian, German, Hindi, Arabic, and there's many, many more. If I'm missing any languages, I apologize in advance. We've got leaders stepping up. This project, when we launch, maybe in 5 days, 7 days, whatever it may be, I don't put a date to it, right? It's going to blow your minds up. It's going to create something in the industry never seen before. We've already in the first 4 days of beta launching broken every single record, but there's one record we're yet to break that we're going to break. You know what that is? That is, we're going to break the record we just set a few days ago. That's what we're about to do. So with that said, I want to thank you for being here. If any of you want more information or you want to be able to get access to these presentation, please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel that we have. It's called, well, someone can post it here, please. If someone can post it here, we will make sure you can go and get access to the YouTube channel or reach out to your upline. They should have access. There's a lot of tutorials there as well. Make sure you use those, you subscribe, your team subscribe to those, because we will keep updating more and more materials. As a matter of fact, I think for a change, I managed to remember to record. I think it's recording. And that means this presentation will also go on there in the next few hours. So if you needed it, you needed to share it with someone who couldn't make it onto the call, you don't have to wait for tomorrow. You can share the link with them. So with that said, have a good day, a good afternoon, a good evening, wherever you are in the world. And we look forward to seeing you on the next call that we will have. Thank you very much.